Good morning. It's Monday morning. Don't mind the mess behind. I haven't done dishes yet. I planned on going into Bournemouth this morning, but then I decided against it because I have so much to do and I have a deadline. I just need to get my shiznit together. I have this to keep me going. I also got this yesterday, which is kind of yummy. This is my first time using the pawpaw, and I actually really like it. It's like the lady at Holland & Barrett, she was like, oh, it's oily. I don't find it to be oily, and I don't find it to be sticky. It is creamy. It's like really nice. How cute are these? I just got these for free. I love my local waitress, you guys. I am like besties with two of the women there. How cute, because my other ones have just bloomed, and so now I have these. What else did I get that's exciting? Also got my vitamins. Do you guys know about this brand? It is so good. It's so cold outside that I have to like lather my face with so much oil and cream in the morning because it was literally -2 this morning. So grateful that the sun is shining, but the itchiness on my body is real. Like I want to rip my skin off at this point. So these are beef organs. I am anemic and have been for quite some time. Ow! Ow! Plastic went right jabbed under my nail. Oh God, that was painful. You know, when we hurt ourselves, our immediate reaction is to like grab that part or like rub it or like touch it in some way. Did you know that it actually causes pain relief when we do it to ourselves? Not if somebody else does it to us. However, I feel like if a parent is doing it to a child, it probably does as well. But I teach my daughter to do it to herself. I'm like, rub it, rub it, rub it, hold it, squeeze it, because it actually causes pain relief. I love that. Anyway, this is what they are. They are beef organs. Incredible for selenium, for copper, for iron. So I love that you can get it in supplement form. I love Hirsch because it's grass-fed, British. This is what I've been taking along with Spatone. I don't know. They're just like individual little packets of iron water. Good thing about iron is that you can take it on an empty stomach. In fact, you absorb more. Oh no, I just wasted this. It's real. Because I'm drinking this. I mean, it is a decaf shot. It's just a one shot, but still. Oh well. You can't take iron and caffeine together because caffeine blocks absorption of iron. My bad. My bad. Okay, I'm going to set myself up for success. Ooh. I'm gonna put these in water. I wanted to share about last month because I feel like it might be able to help someone. Basically, we found out that I was pregnant in January, early January, which was amazing and really welcomed. A week later exactly, my brother called me with the news that my dad had unexpectedly passed away. We didn't know that he was sick. Apparently he had the flu. We're assuming that it turned into pneumonia and he just didn't realize like how bad it was. It was a huge shock. It was a really, really, really big shock. It was not something that, you know, he wasn't sick and we were expecting something like this to happen. He wasn't very old. He unfortunately lived on his own, quite far from most of his like friends and family. It was a very hard time. Unfortunately, 2 weeks after that, I had a miscarriage. I think that the two things are related. I can speak about it now like in a matter-of-fact, non-emotional way because it has been over a month at this point since I had my miscarriage. It's been well over a month since my dad passed away. I definitely have had moments of crying when I think of my dad and I miss him, but I know that he's somewhere where he's not suffering. I know that he's somewhere where he's at peace. He's visited me in my dream time and was so happy and so just like his highest potential of like joy. And so I woke up from that dream. This was a couple weeks ago, just knowing so deep in my soul that that's exactly what he is feeling now. So I have a lot of peace around it, but of course, just the thought that I'm not going to see him again. I think just one of those things happening would have been really hard for anybody, but both things, two losses, quite literally 2 weeks apart, it's such an array of emotions and such a confusing time. There's so much questioning of things. There's so much what ifs. There's so many regrets. There's guilt. And all you want is to just feel at peace, but it's like your brain has to try to make sense of things. And this is where faith comes in, like so hugely, because if it wasn't for the people that were surrounding me, the people that would sit with me, and I remember at one point my friend just, I might start to cry, but my best friend just being next to me, who she did not leave my side. Even if I didn't want her here, she was here. And we'll get to that in a moment because that's a really big lesson as well. We're sitting together and I was crying, and I didn't, it's like, it's so hard to support somebody when they're having grief, and there's a level of guilt that I feel because I know that they don't know what to do, because it's, what do you do? What can you offer? What words will soothe this person? There's nothing really. We got to a moment like that at one point where I was like really just at a loss, and she just sat next to me and we held hands, and she just said, "Should we pray?" And I was like, "Yes, please, let's pray." And she just started to pray. I instantly felt better after that prayer. It was like, I felt it was completely like something, like a peace washed over me. And I will say, like, another moment that was so huge was when I was in like the depth of my grief, just uncontrollably crying for probably 2 hours straight. And that whole day was off and on just crying, like all the time. But this was like such a long stint of I couldn't stop crying. Literally in the midst of that, I got 4 text messages from like really beautiful sisters of support. And then somebody knocked at my door. And this is in the evening, like 8 o'clock in the evening, January, freezing cold, pitch black outside. And it was the pastor's wife bringing chocolate and flowers. It completely brought me out of it when those, like in a succession, like literally within a 15-minute time span, I got these text messages. It's almost as if it felt like God was like, hey, like texting these people saying, hey, can you reach out to her right now? Like, she really needs you right now. Such a beautiful reminder to remember that we're not alone at all, ever. Another part that was very humbling was just listening to stories from women about their experience with miscarriage, and how it made me almost grateful for my experience, because theirs were so much worse. I mean, women telling me, oh yeah, I've had 6 pregnancies and they only have 1 child. And I'm like, what? I don't like the beauty and the strength of women to continue to go through that so that they can have a child, so that they can bring a life into this world, is beyond measure love. Like, I don't even have words for that kind of dedication and love and strength. There was a lot of those stories, and I'm so grateful for the women that shared them. Like, I am so grateful for those women that had the courage to say, I've been through this, and then tell me what their experience was, as far as like how far along they were, how many they had, because it helped me to not feel alone. It helped me to have perspective. It helped to humble me in my experience. The other thing that I want to say is, I am that kind of person that if I'm going through something, and I think that most of us are like this, we just want to be on our own. We want to be left. We want to be, we want to process it all on our own. And I barely had a moment to do that. I was just ensconced by my friends' love, and people at my church like messaging me, telling me how they were praying for me. I went to church every Sunday in January. I don't know how I did it, but I did, and I'm so thankful for that. But just their support, like, the hugs. I just remember there's one woman at our church that gives the best hugs, and she is like the mother of all. The sincere empathy of everybody, sincere love and care, and just knowing like how much they cared and wanted to support. And then my bestie, who quite literally lives 2 doors down, how blessed and lucky am I? And my daughter, because her daughters are her besties, she would not leave me alone. There were times where I was like, please just leave me alone. In my head, I would just be like, I'm so exhausted. I have not slept, and you're just like here, and I just want to rest. I'm so tired, and I can't be around any because I'm such an introvert. So I really need to like be on my own to like rest, to really, really rest. And she wouldn't leave. Like I didn't tell her. I didn't say like, hey, can you get the hell out of here? Like, but it's like homegirl knew. Like she knew what I needed. And I'm so, so thankful for that, because I know for a fact that I would not have been able to process and heal the way that I have. If I had been left alone, I don't know where I would be now. Honestly, I don't know. And it's such a deep lesson to me, because I have had friends that have had loss, and I've not known how to support them. And I've said to them, let me know how I can support you, or I want to give you space, or whatever. And I have learned the huge lesson that even if that's what they want, even if they're asking for space, it's not what we need. We need to be around people. As humans, we need people around us when we're grieving. It is what we have done forever. We never leave. I think of my own culture. We would never leave somebody alone in their grief. If somebody loses somebody, there is somebody, you better believe it, there's a family coming to visit that person every single day. Somebody's coming there. They're not leaving them. The tribal mentality versus the individualistic mentality of why people are so struggling so much these days, like why society is having these like huge mental health issues. Like we're left alone too much. We just are. I think there's times when yes, you need a little bit, but when you're in grief, you need people around you. I almost wanted to say I need that. That's what I need, but it's not what I believe. I can wholeheartedly state that it's what we all need. I'm learning so much. I feel like I'm wearing new skin. I feel like I have new eyes. I feel like my spirit has been cleansed in a way that is like so strange. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like you have to go through that so that you can know how to move in the world differently. It's just so many things. And with the miscarriage, like I have faith and I'm at peace with, for whatever reason that happened. There's probably a multitude of reasons, but I think that experiencing that much shock and grief so early on, I miscarried at 7 weeks. I did have an early scan where we saw the baby and the heartbeat, and everything was completely perfect and normal. And then I actually started to miscarry the very next day. I'm so grateful for my friends and my family and my church. There's no way that I could ever repay them, it's incredible. I'm going to leave this here. This is my Monday morning. It's not heavy or anything, guys. It's so sunny, nice outside. Okay, I'm going to get upstairs, start designing my bums off so that I can get this deadline met. Thanks for listening. It's still Monday. I'm going to attempt to figure out this bathroom. I'm having a sinus situation because my head feels like it's going to explode, and my neck hurts, and my face hurts. I think it's from all the pollen outside. I know why I haven't been sleeping. I ran out of magnesium. Why did I think that that was okay? I haven't run out of magnesium in like probably over a year. My bones hurt. Okay, let's do this. Look at this cute matchbox I got a couple years ago when I was in LA. Oh my gosh. This is heavy too, jeez.
Maybe I should clear space before I do that. Hello.
Oh my goodness, I need a massage, you guys. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Where that somewhere is, I don't know. Now to go through all of this stuff. Last week, I made the decision that if I didn't hear back from an agent this week, I would start researching how to get my book published myself. Like which avenue is best to go down, whether it's Barnes & Noble, Amazon, doing it direct through my own website, blah, 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 blah. Because although I know they probably took the month of December off, and that's where I queried was in mid-December, I've only heard back from 6 of them. At this rate, given that I haven't heard back from most of them, I'm kind of like in the place of they're probably not interested, or I mean, it's a very likely possibility that they just haven't gotten to it yet. Before I sent the queries out, I left a comment on a woman's video on YouTube about how to write a query letter, because obviously I was like watching everything that I could on YouTube about how to do it right. I left one asking about like something specific about like, should I send one at a time or do I send like a bunch at a time, blah, blah, blah. Well, somebody just responded yesterday, not the creator of the video, but somebody else who is an author, basically saying, no, you definitely want to send queries out at the same time because it could take a long time to hear back from one. And I explained to him that I had already sent them in mid-December. He came back and said that he got his first couple books published by finding publishers that were accepting solicitors directly. So it's re-inspired me. I'm going to go through, make sure that I don't resubmit to the same agencies. I have to be careful of that. But I've already come across one that I hadn't submitted to. So yeah, this is very exciting. So basically, I didn't get the agent's reply that I'm looking for this week, but this guy that's come out of left field exactly during the time where I was having this like, thank you for that information and for reigniting. And I honestly thought that I had sent my queries to like every children's book, picture book, literary agency that I could find. So coming across this new directory has been really inspiring. So this is my new thing. It's Wednesday morning. Hello, good morning. We're running late, which means that we're just not going to be super early. You know your daughter is Middle Eastern when you send her to school with saffron basmati, kebab, potato, tahini sauce, tahini salad, and cucumbers. Can't get more Middle Eastern than this. I just got home from dropping my daughter off at school. Yesterday I sat down and I sent 3 queries out, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it actually takes a lot of time because you have to like be a detective on their website to figure out whether or not they're accepting submissions. First of all, you have to find them. Then you have to find out whether or not they're accepting submissions. Then you have to look through all of their agents' bios and figure out who takes what kind of submission. Then you have to read through their submission guidelines and see how to submit, because they're not all the same. So it's quite a process. We're talking like at least like 20 to 30 minutes per submission. One of the ones that I sent a submission to yesterday has literally already responded to me this morning. This angel of a woman responded to say that she's not accepting submissions at this time. She gave me advice on the book, you guys. She gave me tips on how to change it. This is like the kind of thing that you need an agent for. How is it that this week, the week that it was like the deciding week, I mean, is this not a message from God himself saying, keep going? I have renewed hope. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna do today. Now I can't even continue on the research process of the next one because I've been drawn back to this one, which I think is amazing and it really needed my attention. I'm gonna try to like finagle this to be a more regular thing, because how fun to go with your girlfriends for a sauna, and I'm making cacao. I'm so excited. Their sauna is on the lake and it floats. So yeah, I'm very excited. I got my cacao. Look at the geese, you guys. How beautiful. I feel like we're like somewhere Nordic. And warm and toasty. Look at this view. Is it crazy to have cacao while you're in a sauna? It's rocking. It rocks. Post sauna glow.
There's a hot one. Look, man. Look, where did it go?
Oh my god, look at it chewing. A little lunch at the farm shop. Oh, I haven't been here in so long. Look at these chocolate chunky.
What are these?
This is my friend's company. Yum. What are you doing? I caught you. What are you doing? Good morning, everyone. I am here very bright and early to pick up some goat's milk for my daughter. I almost hit a pheasant in the road. They're not intelligent creatures and they get hit so often. Like bird haven right now in England, you guys. It's so cute. Milk is secured. It's so cute, you guys. The road that I have to take to get here to this farm is called God's Blessing Way.
I've done them super fine so they blend really nicely.
We're at the salon. I'm getting my hair refreshed. Oh my gosh, I have needed a refresh for so long, and this is a salon that I love. Meg is amazing. What do we think? What do we think, you guys? I think it looks so nice. If you have watched some of my older videos about my hair journey last summer, this is exactly what I was going for. And I had to get it done 4 times in the span of 2 months between 2 salons and 4 different people to get it to a place where I was happy, but it still wasn't what I had originally wanted. This little angel, Meg, I love you. Oh my gosh, she nailed it. She nailed it. She totally nailed the color. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just exactly what I wanted, which was like natural, caramely balayage. I'm so happy. It's nighttime. I'm gonna wash my face. I love this oleos. So seaweedy. Just like put it on my hands, up my arms. My trusty pie. I do 3 drops of it, and then I go in with just straight argan oil. And during the day, I'll just do 1 extra drop of argan oil. But at night, I'll do 3 and 3. This stuff has been amazing. Like literally, I'm in love with this eye cream. I know I'm not putting it just on my eyes, but there's so much left over. Like 1 tiny pump of that goes such a long way. So I do like half a pump on each eye, and it's so creamy. On my brows. And my lashes. And my smile lines. Where else can I put this? Honestly, I put everything on my smile lines because rest in my belly. This is what I usually end my routine with. This stuff is so good. Sea buckthorn, that's all I'm gonna say. This stuff is amazing. Squish it. This was the Hauschka method lip balm. It is so creamy and literally stays on your lips all night long. All night long, all night. So good. And voila, that's my little nighttime routine-age for my face. Unless I'm doing something fancy like a Biore strip or a mask or gua shaing, but this is just my like go-to every night minimum. And I cannot do less than this because I feel horrendous if I don't do this at least. Thank you for watching my blog again this week, and I'm wishing you all such a lovely, lovely week ahead. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Bye!